All right, this is a pretty big deal. I haven't read through this post yet, but I kind of thought, hey, why not make a little reaction reading through this blog post? There's a new renderer coming to the official client. So I guess that means we're not going to be able to use it on RuneLight right away. But still pretty cool that we're going to be able to check it out. So they talk about how at RuneFest, they initially talked about having HD and they're bringing in a new renderer with that. What is a new renderer? I'm going to be saying the word renderer a lot in this, so bear with me. But basically, the current version is a Java version, and it has roots tracing back decades. Talk about old school. The original renderer was a great achievement for its era, but hardware has changed significantly in that time, so we're ready for an update. The mission is to migrate our official client to a new renderer with settings that maintain the current classic look of the game. The new renderer is also the foundation for the upcoming HD mode. So basically, this is going to come out first, which I guess to me it sounds like this is allowing for new capabilities in the game. That's going to allow us to do HD, but it's also going to allow us to swap between SD and HD if we choose. And I'm really excited about this, honestly, because I think that, in my opinion, a lot of players that are interested in playing RuneScape, they see the graphics and I feel like it turns them off to the game entirely. But I feel like if we had this new system, it has a little bit less jank and spaghetti and it looks clean and everything. I just feel like it's going to bring in more players to the game. I think this is going to be really good for the longevity and the health of the game. So I'm super excited about this to the point where I thought, you know what, let's just throw a video together running through this. So let's look up what's next here. We've got the beta testing. So it sounds like it's going to be released on the official client automatically, so you're not going to have to sign up or anything to take part in the beta. But then you're going to go to your settings, and I did just try this. I think it has to be the official client, and I also don't think this is out yet, so or else I would be throwing some clips together. But looks like all you're going to have to do is go to the display settings, go to the experimental new renderer beta, and turn that on. But they warn you that, hey, you should probably be careful, hardcore Iron Man, because it's new, it's risky, and you might crash or something and die. So, yeah, pretty cool that it sounds like this is going to be coming out very soon. And yeah, we're gonna get actually get our hands on this thing, see how it plays. I'm just really excited to see, how quickly the game reacts to my clicks. I don't know if this makes a difference on that or if that's like completely just ping. But man, if it was able to react a little bit quicker and solve some of like the ping issues, I think that would be really, really huge. But again, I don't really know the full capabilities of a renderer, if that actually has an impact on that or not. But man, that would be pretty nice. So, what to expect? Many of you should see an improvement in performance. This will be subtle for some and substantial for others, dependent on your device. So, I've got like a decent gaming PC setup here. It's nothing crazy, but I have noticed when I try and play two clients at the same time, it really struggles, especially if I have OBS going and I'm recording things. I really struggle to have everything running at once. So this might be really big for me, and it would actually be helpful. I've thought about like slowly working on maxing my main account. This could make it possible because right now I just can't do two clients at once. I pretty much have to just do my Iron Man and OBS. And then we have visuals. So ideally, when you switch to the new renderer, the game will look the same. We want to respect and maintain the classic look of old school in this mode. However, there are a couple of areas we're aware of and are continuing to improve. Floating mobs. What is this? So it says that behind the scenes in the game, in areas of uneven terrain, models were actually pretty sunk into the ground, which is interesting. So to make sure you didn't see a half-buried NPC, they used a clever trick to tell the original renderer to always draw certain things on top. However, in the new renderer, things are supposed to be above ground from the get-go. We're still fine-tuning this asset to make sure characters stand naturally on the ground without looking like they're floating too high, but you may see the odd NPC learning to levitate while in the early stages. That's interesting. I don't really know what that means, but I guess they're just saying, hey, just so you know, you might see an NPC floating. Don't worry about it. They're on it. So, all right. Shimmering surfaces. You may also notice some visual oddities where occasionally a surface might shimmer. This is most likely an issue of what's called Z-fighting, a problem that happens when two surfaces are so close together that the renderer can't decide which one to show. We're actively going through the game world, addressing each instance, and we'll update you once we've found them all. All right. You might have some missing detail on some character items. It better not happen in my Infernal Cape, man. I worked hard for that. In the current game, the way items look like clothing and accessory are displayed relies on the original renderer. Oh, relies. Oh, that's embarrassing. Relies on the original renderer knowing which item to lay in what order. When the new renderer entered the scene, the original process didn't translate, leaving some accessories inside your character's body. Ouch. Well, we've done our best to show the new renderer the correct order. There are still a couple of minor issues, such as amulet gems disappearing. Huh, that does make sense. But okay. Might have some missing details, and then there might be some bugs that they need to squash out. Okay, yeah, no big deal. And then they have some like known issues they list out here. Load times might be slower. There's many areas like POH and boss arenas with visual issues like shimmering. Some holes in the ground, man, this is a lot actually. Objects or effects with transparency like crystal, smoke, and overlays. Some clothing items have issues. Yeah, you can see all this. There's quite a bit of issues we're probably going to face, but again, this is a beta, so as to be expected. And then they have the next steps here. So we'll continue to fix bugs we already know while responding to your feedback. The aim is to reach a point where the new renderer becomes the default and we can retire the original, paving the way for future improvements and the much anticipated HD mode. So this is just cool, man. Like I'm happy that we actually got an update on this because yeah, it's they originally talked about HD and I feel like we haven't heard much since, and I think that was like in January or something. So pretty cool to see an update, and we're actually gonna be able to get our hands on this thing very soon. It sounds like there might be a little bit of jank and some things that they have to work out, but all in all, man, super excited to give this thing a shot. So yeah, that's all for today. That's all for this video. I just thought I'd throw this together because you should definitely get in there when this thing comes out. I'm guessing it's going to be out like sometime in the next week based on how the JMods were talking in the comments. So yes, you should definitely get in there, try out the beta, give them some feedback. This type of thing, it helps to have 150,000 people testing it out and giving feedback so that they can get this fixed and implemented as quickly as possible. And yeah, I think this is huge for the game. It's huge for the health of the game, huge for the longevity of the game. Get in there, test it out. That's all. Thank you for watching. Adios.